Hello guys, Russia is on fire again and Donald Trump is on fire again. In Russia, in St. Petersburg, warehouses of a huge company, West Engineering, is on fire. The company is working in the sphere of atomic industry, the production of various details for nuclear power plants, and it is located in the heart of Putin's favorite city, the one from which he started his KGB, FSB, and political career. And if he is afraid of any protests, these are in St. Petersburg or in Moscow. This is good. And Trump is on fire. He is very angry and upset. And that's because perhaps he will not get a Nobel Peace Prize. And he blames for that, no, not Putin, but Zelensky, Biden, Queen Cleopatra, and Julius Caesar. All of these people are more guilty in the start of the Russian war against Ukraine than Putin. It is disgusting to watch how he tries to explain Russian war crimes. For example, this attack on Sumy, double tap, which is obvious that is a war crime, he describes as a mistake. I can say Donald Trump is a mistake. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the defeat and demilitarization of Russia, the only working peace plan, subscribe, we discuss all of that on the channel. And let's start with the good news, and that is St. Petersburg on fire. St. Petersburg is the city from which Putin began his dark and ugly career. And you all know he is an FSB KGB agent, and I'm using the present tense because there are no former agents of such Russian services. That's a kind of nature. And actually one of the reasons why it is so dangerous for Trump, Witkoff, and totally unexperienced American business people to speak with advanced KGB agents. They will definitely fail to decode their strategies. Today, all St. Petersburg observed a very big fire in one of the buildings, one of the warehouses of the huge Russian company West Engineering that works on the production of various details necessary for the atomic industry. There are lots of photos, lots of videos. It may be a sabotage, it may be an ordinary fire, but that is a very good element to the total picture of the Russian negligence, Russian misery, and yes, the fact that Russia is on the brink of the collapse. And all these talks, all these ceasefire plans are made only to give Russia a chance, because somehow Trump believes he needs to save Russia. Some of you think in comments below that Putin has something on Trump, and I personally believe that they simply share common mindset. They kind of like this authoritarian approach, bullying, disrespect to others, and take it as a sign of strength, when in reality that is a sign of weakness. And right now, observing the escalation, Russian constant attacks on Ukrainian cities like Sumy, Kryvyi Rih, Kyiv, and the number of these attacks, the number of missiles targeted, the number of drones sent to Ukraine grew tremendously since the beginning of the ceasefire negotiations process. And that is, of course, a humiliation of Trump by Putin. But here, as a classical bullied person, Trump pretends everything goes according to his plan, and when he feels he fails, he starts blaming others, but not Putin, because he is afraid of Putin, and that is very obvious. Today, in his comments about Sumy attack, which is like clear like day and night, it's obvious Russia attacked the city, the center of the city on Palm Sunday, killing like 34 Ukrainian civilians, children, students, families. What can you say? All world leaders, even those who do not fully support Ukraine, expressed their sympathy and supported the people of Ukraine. And Trump said it was a mistake of Russia, but he didn't mean it was a mistake to start the war, to attack Ukraine. He meant maybe they did not want to target you, better ask Russians. That is an epic fail of the weakest American president ever. I am sorry, but that's the truth. Subscribe to demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine and all freedom-loving people, and I know there are many of them in the United States too. In his comments, Trump said it might have been a mistake, so he tries to, clean Putin's image again. And he said, this is not my war, this is the war of Biden. I am sorry, even if you don't like Biden, if you don't like any American president at all, any Ukrainian president at all, it is obvious that's the war of Putin. Putin attacked Ukraine, Putin attacked Georgia, Putin attacked Chechnya, Putin attacked many countries in a hybrid way. In 2014, he annexed Crimea, Donetsk, Luhansk regions. In 2022, open online invasion began. And I'm really happy that Zelensky reacts and he does not pretend that it's okay to speak like that. Let's change the reality according to Donald Trump's vision. What I fully support in the attitudes of Ukrainian politicians, of Ukrainian diplomacy, we need to protect the truth, because the truth about this war, the truth about Russian war crimes, the truth about the invasion, the truth about their unprovoked aggression is extremely important for the justice and victory in this war. If we will start repeating BS that, for example, J.D. Vance tried to share while saying, I watched the reels. Guys, can you imagine someone speaking about something serious and shaping their opinion on watching some reels? That's not the words of a vice president. I am sorry. The vice president of once the strongest democratic country with the best intelligence services. Knowing the history of the Cold War, of the communist Soviet Union, of Russia where Putin is a president for 30 years. It is so obvious. And that is why Trump is angry, because with each day it gets more and more difficult to pretend that Russia is a normal country, that we can negotiate with them as he wanted. And most importantly, Putin constantly ignores him and actually makes him a collaborator of the Russian war crimes. And what is really, really ugly, that President Zelensky wants to buy Patriot systems, 10 Patriot systems for, it seems to me, $15 billion. And Ukraine is prepared to pay. Trump's campaign was all about money, was all about earning money. We want to buy Patriot systems to save lives of Ukrainian civilians, innocent people. And do you know what Trump says? They are constantly wanting something. Why do you start a war if you cannot win it, if you are 20 times smaller than... I am sorry, Ukraine did not start this war. I am sorry, you need to pass one more cognitive test. Ukraine did not start this war. You may not like Zelensky, you may not like Ukraine, but you cannot say that Ukraine started this war. And those people who may think that NATO was the one to provoke, you are traitors to your own countries. Because unfortunately, NATO never wanted Ukraine as Ukraine wanted NATO. And we are the largest independent country in Europe. We have our own right to join any alliances we want, especially the defensive one when we have such a neighbor. And the only reason why Russia does not want Ukraine in NATO, not because Russia thinks NATO will attack it. Russia sees how weak this democratic world in answering the evil, answering the bullies. The only reason they don't want us in NATO is they know they will not be able to keep attacking, destroying, and slowly erasing my country. They see that they cannot conquer Ukraine. They cannot make us fall. We are way stronger than Russians. And their plan is to keep destroying with numerous missiles, with numerous attacks, with Trump's indifference, with lots of people observing and expressing concerns, simply slowly, year by year, destroy very good people that can actually defend your future, your democracy, and end this evil. I'm sure everybody knows who is the aggressor and who is the victim, who defends the motherland and who keeps raping, looting independent and beautiful country. Please share these videos, it is important. Remember to watch my new video on my new channel where I debunk some myths about food in Ukraine. Do we have any shortages? What are the egg prices? And some actually say that's a good trolling. Anyway, check the video and subscribe to that channel too. We have a new drop, Spring Easter drop on our merch shop. The link is below in the description of the video. And all these t-shirts work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. Remember to subscribe to my Instagram, Threads, Discord, Blue Sky, and Instagram. And thank you so much for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channel. But most importantly, thank you for standing with Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!